A Met police officer who leaked sensitive information to the Algerian embassy in London has been sacked. PC Mansouri was found guilty at the police misconduct hearing for sharing police details, which went on from March 2019 to December 2020, so almost 2 years. The information he was giving to the Algerian embassy seems to have been about the Algerian dissidents in London. So information that should have been confidential to the Metropolitan Police was given to a foreign state. This is spying, in my opinion. Commander Katie Lilburn, head of the Met's Directorate of Professional Standards, said everyone who works in our organisation knows that police systems, like for example police databases, etc., must only be used when there is a legitimate reason for doing so. And this officer's behaviour was completely unacceptable, which is all well and good, and I don't think anyone would disagree with that. But is the offending officer only punished by dismissal from the police force, or the police service as they like to call it these days? Is that it? Should the officer not be tried for espionage too? I keep asking in my videos, what was the point of the new National Security Act? When it got the Royal Assent last July, there was so much bluster about it. Tom Tugendhat, the state's Minister for Security, made this clip about it.
In recent years, we've seen foreign threats growing. We've seen malign actors challenging us in new and different ways. Threats to our critical national infrastructure, attempts at spreading disinformation, trying to undermine our democracy have grown. This will not go unchecked. Today, the National Security Act becomes law. It'll defend our institutions, our country, and our people. It'll make sure that our intelligence and law enforcement services have the powers they need to keep us safe.
The former head of the MI6 also said that this is going to be a game changer.
If you're working in secret for a foreign power to damage the UK, you will be a criminal. This is aimed at people working in secret for a foreign power to use or abuse their knowledge in a way that causes harm to our citizens.
Yes, so far we've only seen 2 or maybe 3 cases of arrests and charges under this act. Despite all the evidence that we see around us that there are people clearly acting on behalf of hostile states, like the incident at Wembley when supporters of the Ayatollah regime in Iran held a commemoration ceremony for the Iranian president after he died in a helicopter crash. They attacked and brutally beat up the Iranian dissidents who had gathered outside their venue. There's ample footage of this. A girl can be seen being kicked on the floor. And yet to this day, the Brent police have not arrested anyone nor taken a statement from the victims. I'm quite concerned at the lack of proper vetting and investigation for police recruits. I mean, the police seem to be happy to recruit anyone as long as they pass their political correctness tests. And I'm concerned that this is creating a massive security risk for Britain. Now, moving on, well, what else do I have to tell you? Some good news. My article was published in Spiked. I will leave a link to the article in the description below. I will be pleased if you read it and let me know what you think. But now some bad news. The police officer who was stabbed in the Mannheim knife attack is now confirmed he died of his injuries. In my last video I said there were reports he had died, but it wasn't confirmed, and I was hoping that there wouldn't be confirmed, but sadly since I posted that video it is now confirmed that he is dead. Very sad news indeed. This is a picture of his colleagues paying him tribute. The German police union have issued a statement saying the violence they encounter on a daily basis is relentlessly brutal, inhumane and often deadly. I've quoted their exact words. I haven't seen the policeman's name anywhere. It is probably out of respect for his family's privacy, which is totally understandable. But it has been revealed that he was only 29 years old, so a whole life ahead of him suddenly curtailed by some radicalised individual who should not have been allowed into Germany. My only hope is that the 29-year-old police officer's death will not be in vain, and at least it will raise awareness for everyone to realise that there is a serious problem facing Europe and it must be addressed. Can't just sweep it under the carpet as the mainstream media for some reason is trying to do so. Like with this Sky News headline. Whoever came up with this headline should face serious questioning, if not sacked straight away. Absolutely despicable and misleading headline. It's almost like it's trying to justify the knife attack. Really, Sky News, get your act together.